Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Dennis, and I wanted to welcome you to my newest YouTube channel called REME. REME stands for Real Estate Made Easy. And over the years, I've owned a lot of properties, managed a lot of properties. I was in the rental business for a long time. And I had a lot of people asking me, especially tenants. Tenants would see me as the average Joe. They saw me as a reflection of themselves, and they saw that I was out doing my thing, buying properties and renting them out. And I had a lot of questions from my tenants. And that kind of led me to believe that there might be a greater interest in how to invest in real estate from the general public. So that leads me to this channel and to these videos. And my goal is to break down the imaginary largesse of real estate. And I want to break down those walls that most people think are walls of impossibility. By that, I mean people think, oh, I can't do that. I can't invest in real estate. I don't have the brains. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. And it's not for me. But I will tell you, I thought the same thing. And I did some things in my 20s and 30s that allowed me to start saving up money and buying real estate. And I'll give you a little bit, a brief background of my history. Um, I bounced around from a lot of jobs. I spent a lot of time in fast food. I was in and out of factories and warehouses and light industrial settings, doing things like working on paint lines and operating fork trucks and things of that nature. I was picking and packing in clothing warehouses, all that trying to get ahead, all of it trying to make money. And uh, while I did okay at those, I was able to keep my head above water. I was always striving for something more. And that something more turned out to be real estate. Now, granted, I didn't know what I was doing when I got started. When I got started, there was no YouTube, there was no internet when I got started. Uh, so the only thing I really had were books out of the library, and books are pretty much obsolete the day they are put on the library shelves. A lot of that information is outdated, obsolete. Business models change. The landscape changes. The industry changes. There's so many changes going on that the only way to really keep up is to get your information online. And back when I started, that wasn't possible. You pretty much just had to wing it and learn as you go. But now things are different. Now you have this nifty, crafty little thing called the internet to help you get started, and that's where I come in. I'm going to create a series of videos on this channel, starting with the basics, starting with I gave a little bit of a background of where I came from, and I'm going to turn all that into where I came from and how I got to where I am now. So a lot of my videos are going to be short and concise. This video is almost at 4 minutes. I'm going to try to keep mine at 5 minutes to kind of keep the boredom level down. Sometimes they might go over. I mean, I can be long-winded at times because I have a lot to say. And uh, when I have a lot to say, that really is just my way of getting you all the information you need with specifics and how-tos and what-ifs and what can happen if you do this, what can happen if you do that, because I've been there. I've been through all the what-ifs, and I know the outcome of most of them. All right, so I will end this video here, and but before I do, I wanted to drive home the image that I am pretty much just like you. I don't have a fancy downtown office full of carved mahogany wood. I don't have a bookshelf behind me with all these impressive looking books that no one ever looks at. I mean, I'm even dressed in a hoodie. I am as basic as it comes. I am pretty much just like you. If you have spent your past in fast food or light industrial or any other type setting and you're looking for a way out, there is a way out. It just involves a little bit of work. It involves work, it involves perseverance, it involves saving money. What do I mean by saving money? I mean, when you get your tax refund check back every spring, don't go out and blow that $3,500 on a brand new flat screen TV at Walmart. Don't go on a week-long trip to Florida. Don't spend any of that money because you're going to need that money to get started in real estate. And getting started in real estate is probably the best thing you can do to get ahead. Um, I mentioned my background as far as history. I'll also mention my background as far as education and see if this strikes a chord with anybody. Um, my highest completed level of education is high school. I got a high school diploma. And I took some college, but I never finished college. So I am a quote unquote a college dropout. But I did pretty well, as it turns out. It took me a while to find my way. I bounced around a lot. I moved from small towns to big cities to find more opportunities. Um, and I did it. I made it. Um, but like I still want to stress, even though my channel says Real Estate Made Easy, that does not mean everything's going to drop into your lap. You have to go out there and make things happen. In this world, um, if you're in the restaurant business, uh, you are given what the employer thinks you are worth. I mean, yeah, the government tells the employer what you have to start at as far as the minimum wage, but it's up to you to move up that pay scale. Um, so doing that, um, save as much money as you can because you're going to need money to get started. That's true for anything. Um, but this is an industry. Real estate is an industry where you can really do well. The sky is the limit. Um, there are almost no boundaries on real estate. You do not need, like I said, you do not need any education whatsoever. Um, you do not need to go to college. You do not need a college degree. You do not need to go to any trade school. You do not need to get any online certifications. None of that. That's one of the reasons why this is the best deal in town. You can get started literally the day after you graduate from high school. And it's to your advantage to get started sooner rather than later. I bought my first property when I was 31 years old, I think. Uh, and I didn't even know then what I was getting myself into. If I'd have known then what I know now, I would have started in my early 20s, starting buying properties, but I didn't. No one told me. No one told me what's possible out there. My parents were the typical go to college, graduate, and work for someone else the rest of your life with a degree, and retire after 35 years in the business. Um, that was my parents, and they never really learned how to think outside the box or to get out there and do things on your own. So it took me a while to realize that. I didn't have that upbringing. So now I'm trying to instill that into you to get out there and do it on your own, make things work for yourself. Every decision you make from this point forward has to be based upon how can this help me get ahead in life. And with that said, this video is almost at 10 minutes. Like I said, I can talk and talk and talk. So I'll end this video here. And my next videos will be touching on topics such as what do you have to do, what's the groundwork, what do you have to do before you start buying properties, or where's the industry right now, how do interest rates affect what you do, and things of that sort. Where is the best place to buy properties? What are the best properties to buy? There are so many questions that I'm going to answer for you in my series, REME, Real Estate Made Easy. Alrighty, I'm just at 10 minutes, so I'm going to end this video here and upload and start on another one. Alright, stay tuned.